motion. Oops. Where'd it go? Not what I need. Okay. Maria, how do I get these people back? Ah, okay. Good morning. This is call number 2021-00912 in the interest of Traylon and David McGilbra. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Miss Jackson. Yes. Okay. Ma'am. Yes. All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Trelea Jackson, and I'm their mother.
All right, and representing Attorney General, State of Texas.
Luis Regla.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, David Lamont McGilbra, he's not present. He was personally served on December 21st, 2021 at 2:50 p.m. at 9494 Humble Westfield Road, number 1414 in Humble, Harris County, Texas. And he has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Mr. Regla?
That's correct, Judge.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call Ms. Jackson as a witness.
All right.
And Ms. Jackson, the last time there was a court order done in this case was in 2013, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and since that time, the father has now maintained steady employment at UPS and has worked there for several years. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we've been able to verify directly through his employer that over at least the last few years, his average monthly income is approximately $5,561.76 for gross income. Is that also correct?
Yes.
And he has been carrying health insurance and dental insurance for your two kids. Is that right?
Yes.
And all of that has been through his employer?
Yes.
And as far as we know, this average monthly cost is $493.04 to be carrying the insurance. Is that correct?
Yes.
And apart from the two children that you have with Mr. McGilbra, he has one remaining child living in his home, and he's married to the mother of that child. Is that correct?
Yes.
Therefore, applying guideline child support in this case would be 22.5% of his net income, which in this case is $4,022.33, resulting in guideline child support of $905. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Would you agree with the state that the court should order guideline child support to begin August 1st, 2022 and monthly going forward?
Yes.
And you believe this court order is in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to grant this default order against Mr. McGilbrook.
Yes.
Judge, I'll pass the witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Can we be excused?
Yes.
Ms. Jackson, you can hang up now. Have a nice day, ma'am. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Let me see that order again. Good morning. This is cause number 2010-20193 in the interest of Cameron Kagan. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Susan E. Oliveri. I'm his grandmother and caretaker since the passing of his mother.
You are his maternal grandmother on the mother's side?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. And represent state of Texas?
Andrea Eoff.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Devon West, is not present. He was personally served on December 27th, 2021 at 6:04 p.m. at 310 Catherine Street, number B at McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania. And he's not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Eoff?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How does it come to pass that you have custody of this child, Miss Oliver?
Mr. West never, I had Cameron since he's 5 months old. And we went to court. I had to get legal documents so they could enter the school when he was of age. And we haven't seen Mr. West for a couple of years. And
Is the mother's deceased?
correct.
Okay. And Mr. West then turned the child over to you?
I went to court. Yes, the court did.
The court did. Was this a CPS case?
No, sir. No, she died, and like I said before, and he did not appear in court or even attempt to do what he was supposed to.
Okay. So he pretty much abandoned the child, and you've then raised the child since the child was 5 years old?
5 months.
5 months old. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Yell.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, before we begin, we'd like to ask that you take notice of the prior order in this case that was signed on May 17th, 2011. And it is the order that ordered Mr. West to pay $500 a month in child support and $75 a month in medical support.
All right. Hold on just a second. What date was that order entered?
May 17th, 2011.
2011. Wow. right, that looks like that was a default judgment and order in a suit affecting parent-child relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
It established
take
Ms.
note of that.
Oliveri as the custodial parent and
Okay.
ordered Mr. West to pay support.
All right, court will take note of that.
Thank you. And Your Honor, we'd also like to admit into evidence or request that you admit into evidence the financial activity report that we've submitted as State's Exhibit A that shows the current arrearages for Mr. West.
Ms. Oliveri, have you had an opportunity to look at this financial activity report, the pay record?
Yes, correct, sir.
All right, do you have any objections of me admitting it into evidence?
No, sir.
All right, State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, at this point in time, we'd like to call Ms. Oliveri.
All right.
All right, Ms. Oliveri, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Will you please state your name for the record?
Susan E. Oliveri,
And will you state the name and age of the child in this case?
Cameron Kagan, and he's 19 last month.
All right. And so Cameron at this point in time has emancipated. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And because he's emancipated, you understand that the child support and medical support obligation is no longer continuing, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so is it your understanding that we are here today just to confirm the arrearage amount that Mr. West has and then reduce that amount to a judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you had a chance to review the financial activity report that's in evidence, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you see on page 20 of that report how much Mr. West owes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So is it true that Mr. West owes $39,008.20 in child support as of June 30th, 2002?
Yes.
And is it true that he owes $1,484.42 as in medical support as of June 30th, 2022?
Yes.
And are you asking that the court issue a judgment against him for those amounts today?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking that the court order him to pay out the child support arrearage in the amount of $650 a month beginning August 1st, 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order him to pay the medical support arrearage in the amount of $75 a month as of August 1st, 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions and pass this witness, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. May we be